Kingston streets to Toronto town. Golden patties hold the crown. Culture strong, we not back down. Name of the food we wear like a gun. Yeah, patty patty fight.
I hope all is well. I want to say thanks for joining me. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you have not done so. The reality is it takes a lot to develop content. And let me say, I want to bring you as much content that is authentic, that's in my voice. This is not AI. It's me, Rohan Jawala, or Dr. Rohan Jawala from The Learning Journey. Now today I want to talk about Jamaican patties. Yes, we love those patties. Patties are right across the globe. Anywhere you go, you'll hear about the Jamaican patty. I just realized that Juici Beef opened a patty shop in, of course, Orlando, and I was one of the first persons to really go there. Now, the patty story is indeed interesting. I'm not going to give the history of patty. I want to tell you about the patty wars. Jamaica versus Canada and United States. Now, you know, when you talk about a patty in United States, some people will think that it's a beef patty that you put on a burger. I had the same idea when I entered this country back in 1988. Now, this story is a real story, and it tells you how Jamaican patty almost lost its name internationally. And we have to understand this, that certain times we have come across these things, and that's just how we have to fight for the survival of our culture. Just imagine walking into your favorite bakery for a hot, flaky Jamaican patty, only to be told by the government that it is illegal to call it patty. Can you imagine? Jamaicans would get upset, right? Yes, that actually happened in Canada in 1985. This was indeed an unfortunate situation, and it became known as the patty wars. It wasn't just about food, it was about culture, identity, and power. Today we, of course, have our patties to eat and enjoy it. But let me tell you that Jamaica's humble patty almost started a battle in Canada and United States. Now let us look at what really happened. In 1985, the Canadian food inspectors declared that Jamaican patties weren't real patties. Why, you may ask? According to the Meat Inspection Act, a beef patty could only mean a hamburger. You know those hamburger meat that you put in a burger? Just the meat and seasoning, no pastry crust. And you know Jamaican patties have to have that. So Jamaican patties were technically illegal because they couldn't be calling a patty with a crust a patty. Now, I want to ask you a question. If you happen to find that situation, what would you do? If you were to call a patty, no, a beef turnover, as you will see that some people might call it sometimes, would you realize that would have changed the Jamaican patty? Yes. But Jamaican Canadian vendors resisted. They refused to change their signs. The community rallied. Even politicians in Canada stepped in, calling the rules bureaucracy gone wild. The Jamaican press turned it into an international issue. No one is going to attack my Jamaican patty and call it just a patty as just beef. Finally, at a patty summit, yes, a patty summit, can you imagine a special meeting for Jamaican patties? The government finally met with Jamaican leaders and vendors. And of course, a compromise. The pastry could be legally called Jamaican patties. The victory was celebrated with patties and ginger beer in Kensington. And to this day, Toronto, February 25th, as unofficial patty day, of course. Fast forward, today's patty war aren't about government regulations. They are about business trademark. Take Toronto's legendary Randy's Patty. After decades of feeding community, it closed in 2022. But its brand lived on, bought by investors. Now they are suing another vendor, Randy's Roti and Doubles, for trademark infringement. This fight is not about culture, it's about protecting a brand. Let's go down further into this article. It talks about Randy's shop, right? Patty shop is taking legal action against a rival food business, accusing them of hijacking their name, confusing customers, and cutting into their sales. According to the report, the issue came to a head when a customer contacted Randy's Patty to complain about a meatless patty she had bought only to discover it wasn't actually from the restaurant, but from a grocery store product also branded as Randy's Patty. That's when the restaurant learned about Randy's Roti and Doubles were also selling patties. Of course, it must have made a connection to Jamaican patties. The customer sent a picture, and that's how we found out, the spokesman said. The discovery prompted the restaurant to pursue an injunction to stop the grocery store sale. You see what I'm saying? Patty has gained international recognition in lawsuits. Just imagine. But I want to do a history of who made the patty or who started the patty, and let's see where the story goes. Look out for that one coming up. Do you think that someone should be able to trademark a cultural food like patty, or should it belong to the community? I strongly think that you can't do that. How can you trademark certain things that people already be using? In the United States, the patty fight took another turn. Instead of regulators, it is about competition. Companies like Jamaican Patty Company in Missouri trademarked the name and expanding franchise. Meanwhile, Jamaica's Juici Patties plan to launch 3,000 stores across America by 2027. Many ran by Jamaican Americans. I have been to one, and let me tell you, it's a wonderful place. I hope they dominate the market.
From Kingston Street to Toronto town.
So as Canadians fought over what to call a patty, in the United States the fight is about profit from it, of course. Same food, different battlefield. The patty wars are more than food. It's a deeper issue. It's who controls identity. How do immigrant foods survive in foreign legal systems?
From Kingston Street to
And how do communities protect traditions when they become big business? Let me tell you this. What are your thoughts? What Jamaican food do you think should be protected internationally? Ackee and saltfish, jerk chicken, or patties? I want to say that imagine someone saying you can't use the word jerk chicken again because they've trademarked it. That would be ironic, right? The Jamaican patty story isn't just about lunch. It's a true story of imagination, resistance, pride from the Toronto protest in 1985 to trademark battles in 2025. The patty proves to be one thing. Food is never just food. It's identity. If you've enjoyed this drive into Jamaican culture, hit the subscribe button and join the conversation. Remember, guard your culture, because even patty can start a war.
From Kingston Street to Toronto town. Golden patties hold the crown. Culture strong, we not back down. Name of the food we wear like a gown. Yeah, patty fight for your name. Culture and pride, it's more than a game. Canada, US, still they clash. Jamaican flavor, we never dash. A patty fight for your name. Culture and pride, it's more than a game. Canada, US, still they clash. Jamaican flavor, we never dash. Yeah, boy, come say, turn over pie. But patty live on, it can't deny. Community.